I'm Aníbal Martinez, the owner, designer, fabricator, delivery guy, janitor, toilet scrubber from the AM Contemporary Furnishings. We're a furniture design studio in Orange County, California. We have a little shop here in Buena Park. I wanted to kick off a small series of videos on one of our latest creations, which was the Tre Pezzi dining table, otherwise known as the triangle table. I have a lot of footage that I captured with my old iPhone. It's not the camera that I'm using right now, so you're probably getting a much better image, but the process itself was very interesting. There's a ton of footage, and I wanted to just share it with everybody. You might get something out of it, use some nice techniques, a little bit of CAD, a little bit of fixtures and jiggery that ended up with a very, very nice table. So check it out. The Tre Pezzi was a client commission. It starts off with them submitting examples of tables they want to emulate. I gave them a few different designs to pick from. They ended up picking what became the Tre Pezzi, which was two inverted triangles forming a base and a rectangular tabletop. I settled on using sliding cut jigs to cut mitered edges on each triangle panel. Each triangle has 5 panels, and each panel edge would have to be miter cut at kind of a weird angle to interface with every adjacent side panel. To make it easy on myself, I decided to use symmetry to get multiple uses from all the jigs I would be making. So I made the model symmetric along the X and Y axis, and the use of symmetry extended to all my subcomponents, all the subpanels that I made. This really helped because in actuality, I only needed to design 3 unique jigs for all the paneling and all the assemblies that I would be constructing. Before I cut any wood, I decided to cut test pieces, and I highly recommend that anyone doing a complex build test it out first. The way I designed my jigs, I was going to run my panels through parallel to the saw blade, and my pieces would sit on a nested cutout jig. The jig would run through the table saw, and I would also set the saw blade using a CNC cut triangle jig, so I can just set my angle and forget it, not worry about it. The results from my first test runs were decent. I had some noted improvements to make on my jigs, specifically how I was nesting the jigs. My first jigs were through cut, and it made the process very wobbly. That was kind of an obvious one that I fixed right away. For a portion of these panel cuts, I decided to just clamp the panels to a big chunk of wood and run the panels through vertically. These cuts could just be set up by butting the blade as closely as possible to that push-through chunk. The process worked out pretty well. The one thing I did improve later on was just using a wider piece of wood, but as far as test runs go, these ones worked out pretty well. So the end result from all this testing and cutting was a assembly that came together very well, and it gave me the confidence to go ahead and move on and start cutting the cherry. So coming up in the next video will be some of that. I had some cherry jointed and ready to get CNC'd, as well as the next iteration of my jigs and panels. Just to note, everything looks simple in playback, but this project, even with the CNC, was a massive pain in my ass. So hope you guys enjoy watching me suffer, and hope you enjoy some of these process videos that I'm presenting to you. Thanks for watching.